good morning, everyone. Welcome to Off Script, most authentic podcast in the dunya, not in the world, in the dunya. Welcome. It's your host, Mr. Crook, but not Rook.
It's your host, Anon, Mr. Anonymous, and
this is Rush doing the Rush stuff. And today we're going to dive in one of the most spoken issue about.
why are you talking in slow motion? This is like slow motion. You haven't had breakfast. That's how you're speaking like you haven't had breakfast.
What do you call this? Is this a coffee breakfast?
That's
I think hasn't eaten. Man, coffee don't count as breakfast. Man, you need to eat. Did you eggs?
Did you have breakfast this morning?
No. If breakfast means eggs and some
Bacon
sausages
strips.
No, I don't eat bacon.
Stuck for last.
But you know, I mean, like turkey strips, bacon strips.
That's not breakfast for me.
So what is breakfast then?
So when I have coffee, then I'm done.
That is breakfast, coffee.
Yeah, according to me.
I think you need.
So according to everyone, breakfast definition changes.
No, I can't. I'm not qualified to speak about everybody.
Well, I think I'm qualified to speak on breakfast, guys. Breakfast means breaking your fast. Why?
Please don't say that.
No. That's the actual definition of the word. You know, breaking your fast because you've been sleeping throughout the whole night and you've been fasting, and when you eat, it's breaking your fast. That's where the word breakfast comes from.
Man, that's what.
That's the actual origins of the word.
By the way, you know the first time I heard this.
Etymologist, historical overview.
I'm just giving you the facts. How it is. This is what breakfast stands for.
So, did you have breakfast?
Define breakfast. What kind of breakfast? Did I have Japanese breakfast? Did I have miso soup? Did I have fish? Did I have Asian breakfast?
Did you break your fast?
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah, I broke my fast.
Did you break your fast?
Yeah, I broke my fast.
We're gonna go with your terminology.
Yeah, I did break my fast.
With your definition.
Yeah, because you're starving the whole time when you're sleeping, right?
So if even water is enough, or does it have to be solid food?
This is where we're going to talk. This is the topic of today. What is breakfast? What makes a healthy breakfast? And what kind of breakfast everyone is having. So let's start with you, Mr. Rush. You said you had coffee. Is this what South Africans do?
Coffee.
They just have coffee and this is their breakfast.
Yeah. So I engineer that breakfast.
Wait. I said South Africans, not you. You said yeah. So all South Africans just have coffee?
No. I can't speak about...
No, but there is a cultural term. Like I can talk about the whole UK. We all have English breakfast, but not every Tom, Dick and Harry is going to have the English breakfast.
What do you mean by English? Is your breakfast in English?
No, I'll define it, but I'm just giving him an example.
Okay. So what is the South African breakfast?
Yeah. When you go to a restaurant and you say, I want the South African breakfast, what would they give you? What would they put on your platter?
Yeah, so they'll put some sausages. Yeah, some toasted slice of bread that have been toasted and bacon there, as well as salads, coffee, tea. Depends.
So basically, your breakfast is toast, sausage, and salad. That's it.
Some beans,
No, you stole that from us. Please, Please stop. You don't have beans.
So no, we do.
And where did you get this idea from? Beans?
Yeah, so South Africa is multicultural. There's a lot of history behind the influence of different countries in the world.
I wouldn't say copy. I think influence is a better word.
Yeah, so we have Indian influence, Turkish influence, British influence, French influence, and we have African or Bantu influence. So
where is the French? Where's the croissant? Where's the croissant?
Croissant.
Like, there's no croissant in your breakfast.
Is it croissant or croissant?
We'll let the audience decide. Comment in the comments. Is it croissant or croissant?
Wait, listen to it. Say it.
Croissant or croissant?
Croissant.
Croissant.
So do you guys have that in the breakfast? Do you guys have that in the breakfast?
No. I'm not a French.
So where's the French influence then?
No, you ask me if you go to the restaurant, what do you order? So you can depend what you order and what restaurant is.
So I want to know which nation has influenced your lifestyle.
Me?
Yeah. Don't say I'm African, but I'm saying the influence. Would you say you're more towards the Brits, more towards the Turks, more towards the Indians, more towards the French? What would you say?
No.
Just a little influence.
I wouldn't say that. For me, everything goes. I'm not particularly influenced on one type of.
Okay.
I eat anything.
Good.
As long as it's edible. So, but my routine doesn't include
can I stop you right there? You said I'll eat anything, but you called Korean food the worst food in the history of mankind. You said Korean food was the worst food.
Yes. But I ate it.
But you didn't enjoy it, right?
No, I didn't.
Would you eat it?
It wasn't breakfast. We talk about breakfast. Don't.
Okay. I'm not gonna go to that.
Please.
All right. Okay. So basically, your typical South African breakfast will have sausage, egg, and salad and beans, right?
To some people, yes.
To some people, and for you, it's just coffee.
For me, for my routine, I just have coffee, and maybe somewhere around 11:30, I'll make some.
Whoa. Now we're jumping away from breakfast, which is, let's stick to breakfast first. So coffee.
And
no wonder you sound tired all the time.
What time do you have your breakfast? What time do you wake up in the morning? How long does it take you from waking up to having something?
So today I woke up at 3. I prayed.
3 p.m.?
3 a.m.
Man, would you pray at 3 a.m.?
You pray like Salatul Layl.
Okay.
Night prayer.
Yeah, night prayer.
Yeah.
No, I want them to know what you're doing, innit? That's it.
Your night prayer, and until 4, the adhan went off, and then the call for prayer went off.
For Fajr?
Yeah. And then I went to mosque, came back, and then I made my... then I sleep a little bit, like half an hour. Then I made my coffee. And that was my breakfast.
Okay, fair. Yeah. You mentioned English breakfast. What's the English breakfast?
Oh, yeah. So
is it a breakfast in English or what?
Like, no, we just call it the English breakfast. It has...
the full English breakfast.
The full English breakfast. Sorry, I was just fixing my mask. Okay, so we have eggs, we have toast, we have a bit of butter sometimes on the side of the toast. We have beans, we have bacon strips or turkey strips. If I'm missing something, you can jump in. We sometimes have mushrooms. I'll just get into the mushrooms. Sometimes we will have roasted tomatoes as well. It's not my favorite. Yeah, because there's an influence of the Brits there. Yeah. So just these things mixed in a platter.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Do you know the origins of the full English breakfast, where it comes from?
We will let you do the history lesson.
All right, guys.
Not right now.
All right. So let's start with the full English breakfast. What is it and where does it come from? So before the Industrial Revolution, the full English breakfast...
In the 1920s.
1800s, 1700s, come on.
In the 1920s.
So before the Industrial Revolution, the full English breakfast was for the high class people, for the elites.
All right.
So when they would invite you to their house, they would tell you, come to my house so I can feed you like a king for breakfast. So you would have all these different meals. You would have eggs, hash browns, you would have beans, you would have all these a big platter, So it will give you a big boot. Like it will give you a high. It's high in protein, good carbs. It was a protein packed, high energy breakfast. This became popular during the Industrial Revolution in the 1700s, 1800s, where people they started working longer hours. They started working hard. So this became more to the middle class people. It became more common because they needed a big breakfast to have. That's why the full English breakfast is such a big and heavy meal.
To have them for hard labor.
So that's it, for hard labor, long hours.
They actually have something similar in the Asian cultures as well. They say everyone eats. So what they would do is have heavy food. So they have their meat, they'll have legs and all of these in the Asian cultures. So like the Indians do that. Because I have an Indian colleague and he was telling me something similar, that because they used to do hard labor work, they used to have like heavy, fatty meat in the morning so it can last them throughout the day.
Also in the Asian cultures, they also have a very high carb breakfast. For example, they will have lentils with rice. Yeah. Now, the reason they do that, there's obviously there's a lot of talks about why they have such a high carbohydrate packed breakfast is because most of the people they're usually working in the fields, farmers. So you need a lot of energy, and the quickest way to get energy is through carbs. Yeah. So that's why they have such a high carb breakfast. But the question is, why are people having it today though? They're not working in the fields. Then you still find some people still having the same breakfast. For example, the full English breakfast. Well, I'm not working in a factory, so why am I having it today? When was the last time you had a full English breakfast?
I have it every weekend, to be honest.
Do you have it just because it's the culture, or do you have it because you need, or you working in a factory?
No, I have it for the culture.
Because you look like you work in a factory, like with a mask.
I was not ready for that. Yeah, I do. So the reason why I'm wearing a different mask is because basically the other mask, my beard used to go inside my mouth and I couldn't talk properly. So this time it's a bit more spacious. Okay. So that's why I changed up the mask. But yeah, And to identity, of course.
What's that got to do with this podcast? Are you okay?
You said my mask. I thought you were talking about the new mask.
I never said mask.
That's what you said.
No, I didn't say mask.
What did he say?
Let's say. Can you ask him?
No. Because he listened. I want you to tell me what he said.
He didn't say mask.
So what did he say?
I said...
No. He heard what you said, so I want him to say it. Because he's mocking me for not listening, so I want him to tell me.
Why would I can't construct the same question.
No. But so if he wasn't talking about the mask, what was he talking about?
He was talking about
My face. But what's my face right now?
You look like you work in a factory.
Yeah, because of the mask.
Yeah, because of the mask.
Yeah, that's why so that's why I explained this mask.
Okay. No problem. I'll jump off.
Yeah.
Mr. Rush, Mr. South Africa, Mr. Sausage and eggs only. Also, you don't even have eggs in your sandwich.
Wait. Why are you keeping your life a secret again, Mr. Anonymous? What did you have for breakfast?
Me, I don't believe in breakfast. I believe you guys have been sold a lie. Do you believe breakfast to be the most important meal of the day?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I've watched too many of these TikTok reels saying that breakfast is nonsense. It's bullshit.
Hold on. How much did you get paid to say this statement? How much did they offer you?
Nobody gave me anything.
So where does this statement, breakfast is the most important meal of the day,
originates
come from?
from?
Do you know the origins of this word?
My great granddad actually told me.
Because it keeps you going. It keeps you.
That's a lie.
Why?
Because this statement, this phrase, this sentence,
yes,
it actually comes from the people who made cereal. Kellogg.
Bro, my grandfather used to tell me this back home.
No. That's not true. That's not true.
But isn't common sense? Isn't common sense?
Whoa! I'm not done.
Common sense.
So this in the 1900s, this sentence, doctors and nutritionists were paid money to say this.
Yeah. I already know
because
this.
of breakfast. Yes. Because majority of us, if you look at different cultures, for example, if we start from the beginning, let's start from the beginning actually. Did the ancient Greeks, the Romans, did they have breakfast? Did they have a thing called breakfast? Where does this idea of breakfast come from?
But if you talk about 200 years ago, my family's been having breakfast for 200 years. But maybe they're not having the cereal that you're talking about.
Why the beginning goes...
A heavy meal they did used to have.
They used... Why? Because your family were farmers?
No, of course, farmers and workers. Let's say the workers.
He spoke about the beginning, and he started with the Roman and the Greeks. Are they the?
No. I'm just going back in time. I'm not going to
just going back in time.
Are they the first people on Earth?
No, I think their breakfast was recorded. That's why. I'm not sure what someone in the cave what he wrote, or someone in the African plains. I don't know what he wrote, what language he wrote. But I know the ancient Greeks and the Romans, they wouldn't have breakfast because they thought it would make you lazy. Mm-hmm. Throughout the day, it will make you lazy, so that they wouldn't have breakfast
because they probably had nothing to do, so they used to just sit. So I think it's just a hard-working
and that
meal.
was the beginning.
I just told you that's what I know. Okay. I don't know what the first human being what he had. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a notebook to write it down, unless you can tell me.
I also don't know.
So you don't know.
I don't know, but I don't believe that the Greeks...
He's playing the devil's advocate.
Did I say first?
You say in the beginning. And in the beginning, it implies that those guys...
By the way, guys, this is my favorite moment when these two keep going at each other.
Those guys, they just symbolize the beginning of time. But
for you
not
watch,
for us.
You watch too many of those videos, you know, where who were the first civilization. I'm not going to. I'm just talking about breakfast, amigo. I'm talking about breakfast.
Can you change that if we go back to...
I said, let's go back in time.
No, you say in the beginning.
All right, I'll take that back. If I said in the beginning, guys, comment in the comment section if I said beginning.
Yeah, retract.
If we go back in time, the Romans and the ancient Greeks, they didn't have breakfast because they thought it would make you lazy. Also, this idea of we need to have breakfast. I can't find this. Even if you look at Islamic history, I'm not sure if the word breakfast, lunch, and dinner is there, or you'll find it, or even this 3-meal idea. Where does it come from? Obviously, I've told you that during the Industrial Revolution, the idea that hard laborers and people that used to work hard, they needed to have a high protein or high energy meal. Yeah, that's where the idea comes from. So I'm saying, what has influenced you to have breakfast? You said it's the most important meal of the day. Who came up with this sentence? Or this idea?
I think as you grow up, you find you your family is having breakfast, and you join, you jump in, you dive in, and that becomes part of the culture in that kind of family.
Okay.
So you can't go against the grain just because somebody else has researched and say it was invented. We are all influenced by the culture, and once you embrace it, it becomes yours.
I personally think that it's to do with what kind of class you were in. So it would make you lazy. I can see why breakfast will make you lazy. But for someone who is in a hard labor job, breakfast is very important to them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
For sure.
I
And
agree.
yeah, so I think it's to do with what kind of work in orientation they had.
I mean-
Now, for example, for me, I really need to have breakfast every morning. I have a health issue that requires me to eat as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
And even when I'm going to sleep, even though doctors say that, or whatever, they say that you shouldn't eat before you sleep. However, I do need to have like a light snack before I sleep. I can't leave my stomach empty for my own health reasons.
Yeah, I understand.
So obviously there's outliers. Yes, what about you?
I understand there's a need
Yeah.
for breakfast for some people. Like you have a health issue.
Yeah.
Then other people that, they're having this high carb breakfast.
Yes.
And they're sitting in their office chairs all day doing nothing.
No, it's
Why
not.
do they need such a high carb
They don't.
breakfast?
They don't. Especially cereal. They don't need cereal. They don't even need
Cereal.
Yes, cereal is what I think he's trying to highlight. So cereal is they sold us a dream.
Yeah, it was all this conspiracy actually by Kellogg's.
Yeah.
The founder, he was paying doctors and nutritionists to say your most important meal of the day is breakfast. But if you look at many cultures, they don't really have this concept of breakfast.
No.
They have like an afternoon lunch and they have dinner.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as breakfast.
What about the English tea at 12?
Again, it's to do with the cultural, because back in those days, what tended to happen, because I've taught this Industrial Revolution, I've taught them the workhouses, how they used to run, and so they used to wake up in the morning, have breakfast, they used to work until 12 to 1 o'clock, and then they were giving a break.
A lunch break,
A lunch
and then
break.
they would have...
And it was referred to as lunch break, it was referred to as break, so what the children at that time used to do is they would eat at that time, and then they'll finish around 5, 6, and that would be dinner. They'll have
and
dinner
then
all the
late
way.
evening they would have, which is dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at many other cultures, before pre-industrial revolution, they would just have like 2 meals.
Yeah.
Or some cultures would have 1 meal because they
Yeah.
would have intermittent fasting. They would not eat for a long duration of time, and they would eat one meal, one healthy meal, with the right amount of fiber, with the right amount of protein, with the right amount of carbs. None of this ultra processed carbs that we're having today, where parents are feeding their kids ultra processed carbs like cereal.
Yeah.
They eat that in front of their parents. The kids are all energetic.
And then they stamp it with ADHD.
Exactly. They get a sugar rush. Now the parents are like, oh, it's working. Then the kids come to us in schools. Boom. Insulin level goes high. They have a their sugar level goes down, and they're sleepy. And then the parents don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I gave them breakfast, but they're not giving them the right amount of breakfast. And that's what we're here to talk about today. What is the right breakfast to have?
So first we begin with, there was no such a thing as breakfast.
No, in
And
certain
then
cultures.
Yeah, in certain cultures.
Yeah.
And we went as far as saying people are having breakfast, but these breakfasts have been made in such a way it's more commercial than having to sustain nutritional need of a child.
Of
Oh,
course.
bro, you sound like you need breakfast. You sound like you need
drink your
breakfast.
coffee, man. Drink your coffee.
Please,
No, I don't need a breakfast. Like I say, coffee.
It looks like you do.
Okay, so so now we're moving to
What is the right type of breakfast to have? Like clearly, you need this more than anyone.
what about the evolution of breakfast to
To
No,
brunch.
because
to
you
brunch.
yeah.
To brunch.
you shut me down. You said from the beginning of time. I can't give you those references from the beginning of time. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you take the lead here. So tell us.
So you didn't qualify for that?
No. I didn't qualify to talk about from the beginning. So I'll let you take lead.
I think if you go back in history, people used to eat, and I'm talking about nomadic people. I'm talking about the indigenous,
Of what nation?
Africans or
Africans.
the America.
Civilization came from
Why-
Africa.
why
Or the
is-
America. I'm talking.
Yeah,
Give me
but
the mic. Give me the mic.
I'm just a bit.
Give me the
annoyed
mic.
that every time it's
you say
Africans.
you say you depend on me now to
Yeah, but can we start with another name? Why Africans always?
No, I didn't stop there.
You're going to continue. All
I
right.
began from there, but I'm continuing to talk about the America.
The Native Americans, right?
America are natives.
Controversial. Controversial. All right. The Native.
When you say the America, you mean the natives.
So why do you call them Indians then? Red Indians.
They were given that name.
They didn't call themselves Red Indians.
They were given that name.
By who? By who?
But the foreigners come from Scotland, Ireland, Britain, and they gave them that name because they want to liquefy them so that they can take over the land.
So those are the real Americans that we're talking about.
Those America, yes.
Native American.
But how long do those Scottish and the Irish have to stay in America for them to be considered Americans?
Maybe
because they've been there for generations now, and you see, you're not gonna.
1 week is enough.
So are they Americans then? Now they're Americans. We can call them Americans.
Yeah, they're Americans.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
But I'm saying this is Americanization of Europeans.
Let's stick to breakfast. Let's stick to breakfast. I think a history lesson of that will be interesting next podcast.
Yeah, so people never had breakfast. They just used to eat when they feel hungry.
How do you know that they never had breakfast? Were you there with them?
No, I read history.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you recorded history.
Just like you went to read Roman and Greek.
And that's where the beginning was.
Civilization.
The first civilization.
All right. Read about the Mayans and the Africans and the
Chupalele
and the Aborigines.
What did they have for breakfast? What did you read?
Nothing.
So
they used to eat when they feel hungry. So what they will do is like the Khoikhoi, they will go for hunting, right? If they get something, then they will share for all of them together, and they will eat it.
So that could have been lunch, right?
That could be anything.
Technically, it is breakfast because that's when they break their fast.
Yeah.
You must understand that in Africa, they never had time like this time that we call it.
Yeah. Like for this to be breakfast, this to be lunch, this to be dinner.
Yeah, time was not in terms of the ticking clock. It was more about the events.
Okay.
It was more about...
When the chicken lays his egg?
No. It was more like the shed. And the shed is overhead.
So light, daylight?
Yeah, yes.
And when the shadow is the longest?
When they have the biggest harvest of certain crops, that was the time.
That was the time.
Yes. So meetings were taking place when the moon is facing this way, and that is how they define time.
Even now?
Even
now?
No, it has changed. We have some smartwatches and all of this.
I just want to ask this. I have two questions to ask. Any of you can answer this.
Go ahead.
Is breakfast dependent on the time? What if people are? What if someone's working the night shift? So he's sleeping during the daytime. When he wakes up, is that considered breakfast or is that considered lunch or dinner?
Yeah. If you haven't eaten for the whole day, that's your breakfast.
Okay. So it's not dependent on time.
No, it's not the time.
Okay.
It is traditionally in the morning because people do eat, majority.
Yeah.
Do have the breakfast during the morning, but it doesn't have to be in the morning.
Okay.
It can be in the evening.
My second question was one of my South African friends. He told me that the Khoikhoi San people, they drink the rooibos tea. That's why they never get hungry. Is that true?
No, it's not like they never get hungry.
I said probably suppresses it for a bit.
Suppresses the hunger.
So is that their breakfast? When they wake up, they have tea?
No. They would have... That is happen if they went for hunting and they will not successful to
and then they'll
kill an animal.
Have tea.
They will have that so that they can...
Forget this, man. Forget this. Since you've done your research, Mr. Anon, I want to know what is the perfect breakfast. Let's go to a perfect, because we're talking about 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Let's stick to what is a breakfast that we need right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna say.
So by the way, I just wanna add to yours. I want you to give us two different classes. One for the working.
I don't believe in classes. I believe today's breakfast depends on the individual.
That's what I was gonna come to.
Because we no longer have specific like set amount of classes. You know, we have people that are working in even. From a lower class, you can have people that don't move all day.
Yeah.
Someone who's running the forklift.
Exactly.
In the same warehouse, you can have someone who's stacking up the shelves.
Yep.
So everyone has a different need.
That's what I meant. Yep. Good.
So now the breakfast depends on you, your profession, your day-to-day life, what's required of you today in your daily life. That's what the breakfast should be like. So if you are someone who's very active, you should have a very high carb, a complex carbs, and you should have a high protein.
Give us examples.
Or you should have, for example, you can have oats.
Okay.
You can have eggs in the breakfast, or you can even have chicken. Who said breakfast has to be a certain type of food? This is to do with culture.
Yes.
So you should have food that's long lasting.
Mm-hmm.
If you're, for example, if you're in a rush and you don't have the time to cook chicken, a banana. Why is a banana good fruit to have? Because it's long lasting.
Yes.
It slowly releases energy.
Perfect.
Then you have certain jobs that requires you to have a quick shot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you would have your, like for example, I'm using cereal because it releases the energy really quickly, but then you will have a crash afterwards.
Yes.
So for jobs that require you, for example, these kind of breakfasts are like your energy drinks. Why do we have an energy drink? Because it gives you a short burst of energy.
Yeah. And
after a while, that's it. You have a crash. So if you are sitting on your office chair all day, why do you need a breakfast, a high energy breakfast? Why do you need that if you're not gonna move, if you're not gonna do anything? So I skip breakfast. I don't believe in breakfast. I don't have breakfast.
Because you sit all day long.
Yeah, I mean I'm not that active. I'd rather have a meal.
I have another question. What about for the people that argue that a good breakfast also keeps the mind active? So what if their draining job is their mind instead of their physical? What would you say to that? Or what would you say to them?
There's some research on this actually. Like there are, when we talk about research, it's on both sides. Some people say you need certain foods to help you focus. Then there's other research to say for some individuals, if they don't have breakfast, it actually helps them focus more.
Yeah.
So I'm in between. For me, everyone's body is different. So for me, when I skip breakfast, it helps me focus way more than if I do have breakfast.
I think we're living in an era where everything is for sale. Everything has been commodified. Everything has been.
Can you take that back, please? I'm not for sale. Who says I'm for sale? You said everything's for sale.
I'll break it down.
No. I want you to. Just like how I took it back, you need to take it back.
I'll break it down.
Don't say everything is for sale.
Everybody is for sale.
I'm not for sale.
You are for sale because you're just were advocate of why you need a breakfast, because you need some quick energy. You need some. So that is advocating one of the producer of.
And that's what you're selling.
That is what
disagree.
You're selling. You are telling people. You're telling the viewers that. Listen, you need. You just say that.
But I disagree. Am I allowed to disagree?
No, but you
not?
just say that. When I say everybody is for sale, you have just done an advocating of some sort of.
Yeah, but I'm not selling myself. You said everything is for sale. Everyone is for sale.
Yeah, so we live in a market driven with a lot of information, and this information is like an explosion of information.
Yeah.
Somebody is telling you today, fruits are not for human being. And the next day, somebody has put the ingredients of fruit in a product, and they say you need a fruit, but because you can't get a fresh fruit in the morning, you can get all that fresh fruit gives you in this kind of product.
Yes.
Have this now, and then they show you a guy with the defined muscles
with
running
muscles
in the
running,
morning.
yeah, and he's
Like
having
me,
this.
like me.
It took me years to cut off my excess weight, but with this breakfast. No,
And then they're like this.
You know what I mean? So they create fear on you because now you're overweight with a lot of sugar they put in the breakfast that you have just advocated recently, and still you went on and say, no, I'm not traditional. I don't believe in breakfast. So we are all into this bubble of being for sale.
So what are you selling?
Whatever you're going to say, you're advocating somebody's product.
Sorry, I'm advocating my own thoughts, my own products, my own. I'm original. I don't go off with a TikTok. Do you have TikTok on your phone? You say yes or no?
Yes.
Ask me that question, please. Please ask me that question.
Did you have Instagram?
Sorry. Let's stick to TikTok.
Okay.
Say TikTok.
You're going to say no.
No. Ask me the question. How do you know what I'm going to say?
Do you have TikTok?
No.
Yeah. So
why don't I have TikTok? Because I don't easily get influenced. I don't get brainwashed.
Yeah.
I go with the facts.
TikTok has so many facts on every chapter. So as you mentioned, there's 2 stories. A TikTok will one day tell you fruits are bad for you, next day tell you they're good for you, one day they'll tell you it's really good to have it with yogurt.
Not TikTok, even TVs, even this.
I don't watch TV.
No, but no one watches TV now. No, this is as you mentioned, this
YouTube.
is the TikTok generation.
Do you watch YouTube?
Sorry?
Do you watch YouTube?
No. I just speak on YouTube, but I don't watch YouTube. No.
Okay. So you're just 0.000.
So you agree?
You're just 0.00000.
So I'm unique. I'm unique.
Rise to power negative.
Yeah, I'm unique, right?
Yeah, but whatever you say, you're advertising somebody. You're advocating somebody's business.
No, I'm advocating my own. I don't have a business, but I'm advocating.
You just say.
What did I say?
You say breakfast gives you the energy. That energy sometimes you need it for hard work, or you need it for quick work that you're gonna.
But this is facts.
Is this fact?
Okay, I would say food. I would say food. I wouldn't say breakfast. Food.
Okay, one powerful company has already used that statement that you made in the product.
So should I sue them?
So they're
using my statements basically.
No. You are doing. They've done that before you.
so they can sue you.
So they can sue you now, or they can keep quiet because you are doing them a favor.
So I'm helping them indirectly, basically.
That's why I say everybody is for sale.
Except for me. All right.
Everything is for sale. So what is it? We are living in a market-driven culture. Everybody wants to
market-driven is what his mask is too close. He meant market-driven.
Yeah, market-driven.
Which you're absolutely right about.
Yeah,
but hold on. Do you get influenced by these TikTok videos or does it influence you? Do you end up buying certain foods because you see a TikTok video?
No, you might not go into products, but there are certain products. Like let's say you find this zip line, or you find a bungee jump somewhere.
Yeah.
You never knew that area, something like that exists, and you want to try it.
Yes.
You have been sold some products that without you knowing. You want to go there because you're on holiday. Or you want to enjoy, you want to experience how that is. Doesn't mean you're going to have a product tangible, hold it like this and go on with it.
So product can be an experience.
They can sell you ideas. They can sell you
experiences, memories.
That's why I say it's a market-driven. We live in a market-driven. It's like if you don't jump, you're going to sit. They're going to get you while you sit. If you don't sit, you're going to lay down. They're going to get you the time when you sleep, when you lay down.
Okay, I understand.
So you need a product for everything that you do. And these people out there, they're selling for you ideas. They're selling for you product. They're selling for you water.
Okay, I want to go bungee jumping. Okay, I want to go bungee jumping.
Yeah. That's just one example.
I'm using it. I want to go bungee jumping. But before I do that, what breakfast should I have? You haven't told me anything to have. You just told me drink coffee.
You will find there before you have all those
safety harnesses.
They have a place.
No, but right, he wants to know what you think he should
What
have.
advice do you give to
those
people?
companies? What's your personal advice?
What are you gonna sell to the people?
What are you advocating, or who are you advocating, or what product are you advocating?
Like, what breakfast should people have then?
Yeah, so he wants to go.
You refuted everything I said, so give the people what they want: a healthy breakfast.
So what's a
healthy breakfast? You mentioned sausage. Processed South African processed sausages.
I didn't say it's healthy. I said what they eat.
Okay, so what should he
give
have?
us a healthy breakfast.
Coffee.
That's what I'm saying. We are living in a market-driven. What is healthy for you?
So we should starve ourselves.
Will be refuted in a few seconds of somebody else.
No, but it's okay.
So you have kids, you have grandkids, and now you're gonna tell them what's a good breakfast, right?
No,
so you're scared of even telling them what's right because tomorrow their friends might refute them?
You were speaking about classes. Some classes, they don't want to survive. So you don't have that option of saying, I'm going to give you the healthy breakfast. Sometimes the only
So you're just going to starve them?
Sometimes the health product is a product they're going to help them to survive.
What about you? What's a healthy breakfast for you then? Give us something, Crook.
Yeah, if you're going to talk of fruits and
what's a healthy breakfast
I'll
for you?
explain. So maybe like 2-3 months ago, what I used to have was oats, yogurts, and fruits and oats mixed up. I used to have it, used to prepare it, and I used to have that. But then later on, I watched one of these videos and I used DeepSeek and all that.
Do you have TikTok?
I don't have TikTok.
Okay.
I watched it on YouTube Shorts or something. Okay. I can't remember right now. And they said that fruits and yogurt, they actually don't go well together, especially when you have it in the morning. So I stopped having that. Now I'm sticking to the basic eggs.
Why didn't you go to ChatGPT and say, is it true?
I did, and it was true.
Okay.
It was true. I did do that. I'm not going to just listen to the video. I did do that. And they said they don't go well together.
But who told you to have yogurt and fruits?
It's because for my condition, yogurt is good for me.
Yeah.
And fruits is also good for me.
Okay.
So I was like, why not combine the two?
Okay, so you just did a combination.
Yeah, I just done a combination. And they taste very nice.
And it turned out a lot of people were doing the same.
A lot of people are doing the same, and it's not good for you.
And it's not good. So now, what would you have now?
So now I have eggs. I have eggs. I have avocado. on toast every morning.
And is avocado good for you?
So I've been told it's a good fatty protein, whatever nonsense that my missus always tells me. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but I just have it just for my condition because I should be having anything anyways. So
what about someone who doesn't have a condition? Should they still have eggs and avocado?
I think it's a good breakfast to have. Yes.
Every day, just eggs and avocado every day.
Every day, I don't know. Maybe. What do you think? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with having eggs. It's a good protein. To be honest, there is a lot of research to promote that it's good to start your day off with protein, a good protein meal. Mm-hmm. However, I know there's equally balanced argument to also refuse or reject. I'll refute this point.
Okay.
But I would rather eat than not eat.
What about having dinner? Can I have dinner for breakfast?
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to have lamb curry in the morning with rice, but maybe that's why I got my condition.
My Filipino friend, they're having rice in the morning.
Yeah.
Why?
Chicken. Huh?
Why?
It's a tradition to have something heavy.
Maybe rice is easily grown in Philippines and other Asian countries.
That's
and it's readily available.
That's what I'm saying. There's eating for survival and eating for
culture,
or eating to talking about healthy and what is healthy, by the way. Yeah. What is not acceptable in one area, one country or one society.
So are we saying there's no right answer?
I think, what about, okay, look, the audience is watching us,
yeah,
you know, and they're thinking, okay, where are the six packs? Where are the muscles? These guys are talking about health. Why are they not healthy themselves?
That's why I'm wearing this, to hide, you know.
How will we tackle these questions when these questions come? Like, what about you guys? You guys are talking about healthy breakfast. Why are you guys not healthy? Where are your six packs?
Six packs, I have it, but I cover it with a layer of fat for protection. Is it
from the arrows and the javelins of the Khoikhoi San people, or what? Like,
no, it's when you when you like something so much, you put a fence, right? Houses,
you like
good houses have a fence.
Yeah,
that's what these masks are, right? We love ourselves so much, we have to cover it with a mask.
Yeah, so my six pack is covered with a layer of fat as a fences to protect against, you know, stabbing, you know.
Okay.
Somebody want to break my six pack, there's a layer of fat.
I think it's not to do with breakfast that gives us these bodies. It's also to do with throughout the day what you eat.
So your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's just the whole lifestyle. If you're active, you're not active, all of these plays a big role.
Yeah, I mean...
and it's to do with the calories in, calories out.
Sugar, there's a sugar conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you heard about it, how people become overweight because of...
the insulin.
Most of the products that they eat contain sugar. Even meat contains sugar these days. So
I don't really taste
barbecue glazed wings, but everything's barbecue glazed.
Yeah,
meat, steak, of course. Yeah,
sauces that you use for barbecue.
Sugar, high sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, I think when it comes to self-destruction, human beings are very advanced. They create something to destroy others
and themselves as well.
Yeah,
because down the line, one of their kids might get into it.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I don't think our viewers have learnt anything from this debate. All they know is that we are.
I think they have learned.
What have they learned?
Very important.
Okay. What can they take from this video?
That they should have what they need.
Yes.
For example, if you are not active, if you're a sloth, and you're just going to sit down in your chair all day, don't have a high sugar, high carb breakfast or high carb, high sugar meal.
Yeah.
Why? Well, you don't need that. Stick to something that will slowly release energy, a slow burning food.
And there's no one meal that fits perfect for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. You should look at your own body. You should look at your own lifestyle and see what fits into your lifestyle. Because majority of these studies that have been done, they're different classes. Or when I mean by classes, I'm talking about their lifestyles are different. So you need to stick to what your lifestyle is.
Yeah, correct. For example, like my lifestyle right now, I can't have a breakfast. Do you know why?
Why?
Because some people keep on messaging me, you're late. Be on time, 10:30. You said 10:30. Now, if I was to, scramble some eggs, I'll get lots of criticism. Follow my eyes, but don't look now. Someone who always talks about the Africans and the Khoikhoi San people. This guy will criticize me for being late. So what do? I have a rushed breakfast. I just have a banana. Something that will slowly release its energy throughout this podcast.
Yeah.
Because of some people.
Because of certain people.
And then how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel It makes me feel annoyed. It makes me feel.
You have your car. This nigga here has got his own car. Right? If he's late, he need to go to the toilet. You start your car, you come on time.
But
You don't need to wait.
So wait. So you guys want to start the podcast without me?
No, we'll wait for you. But
So then why not wait
yeah,
for
why
me
not?
at home?
Plus, I believe in brotherhood. I believe in coming together to the place. I don't believe in coming separate.
No, don't complain why you come late because you didn't have breakfast.
But some people, you know, they
Are rushing you.
They're rushing me. That's why their name is Rush. Always rushing people. You're late. Sending messages because they've had their breakfast at 3 a.m. You know, they've had their breakfast at 3 a.m. Of course.
Yeah.
Now it's lunchtime for them.
Because of the condition. That's the condition for them, right?
All right, guys. I think we've talked enough about food. We've talked enough about breakfast. Guys, please comment in the comment section. What kind of breakfast is the best breakfast?
And what kind of breakfast would you recommend us with your research? Don't talk about nonsense.
Yeah.
Research only.
And don't be fooled by those who talk about healthy breakfast.
Yes.
There's no such a thing of healthy breakfast.
Well, there is,
It's
but
the
yeah.
breakfast that you like. Soon you're gonna die in anyway.
Well, that is dark.
Thank you.
Enjoy before you die.
Guys, yalla, man, I need to remove this.
Guys, before you die, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and
Yalla,
share.
salam alaikum.
Thank you. Well, you're gonna check for mascara. You're gonna check for
I didn't even do this with my